was exercised. Could it have been a poltergeist? Poltergeists, unlike ghosts, haunt by causing commotions, by making noises, and by throwing things around. The word poltergeist is derived from two German words. A folklore term, polter, meaning noise, and the word for spirit, geist. The development of psychical research and parapsychology over the last 100 years or so has introduced into the language a more cumbersome phrase to describe the same phenomena. RSPK, recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis. Such disturbances have been recorded since at least the 12th century. At one time, they were believed to have been caused by an evil force, a creature of Satan. Though the identity of this force remained a mystery, it's quite likely the identity of the strange visitor to Loftus Hall will also remain a mystery.
In 1917, Loftus Hall was sold. An order of Benedictine nuns came to stay, but it was a short stay. The reason for their hurried departure is still unknown. Soon after the Benedictines' hasty retreat, the Rosminian sisters moved into the mansion. They opened a school for young girls interested in joining the order. The school proved quite successful for more than 40 years. Few remnants remain now to remind visitors of the once turbulent times Loftus Hall underwent. Perhaps over 50 years of prayer has dissipated whatever malevolence once dwelt here. Down through the years, almost every aspect of the Loftus Hall story has been examined by the skeptics. All kinds of theories have been bandied about, from the natural to the scientific. Some people believe the stranger had a genuine deformity known as talipes or club foot. Anne had seen this deformity in the flickering firelight. At the same time, an unusual phenomenon occurred and helped to complete the illusion: ball lightning, now accepted though far from understood by scientists and meteorologists alike. The lifetime of a single bolt of ball lightning can be measured in seconds. Its disappearance may be silent and harmless, or explosively destructive. But the explanation relies a lot on coincidence. Another theory suggests the stranger was a king's messenger. He quickly formed a liaison with Anne, and what should have taken months happened overnight. It's possible Sir Charles discovered the lovers alone together. The outcome was a furious row. The stranger was sent on his way, or more likely, challenged to a duel, which he lost. As for Anne, it's possible that she witnessed her lover's death and became insane. With time, Anne was found to be pregnant. Perhaps she recovered long enough to give birth. The baby may have died or was taken away from her, and Anne's insanity prompted Sir Charles to invent the demon story as a cover-up. This, of course, is complete conjecture. However, during the 1870s, when the house was being rebuilt, a skeleton was discovered bricked into the wall of the tapestry room. It's not reported whether the bones were that of an adult or a child. Only the house knows when and how they came to be there. If one accepts any of the explanations and combines it with the probability Anne had suffered terrible mental anguish leading to insanity, the truth begins to emerge. As Anne's family became more embarrassed about her depraved state, they invented some odd stories about her life and death. For evil to prosper, it is only necessary for good men to remain silent. The words of Edmund Burke still reflect the human dilemma. Perhaps Anne's degenerating mind was her prison. If so, the bars of her cell were forged by people who did nothing to help her.
If the victim was Anne Tottenham, then the hero must be Father Thomas Broders. He performed an exorcism And in a sense, he bridged a gap, not just the obvious one of banishing the manifestation from the hall. No, these were penal times. Catholic priests were hunted by the crown. At worst, they could be killed. At best, they were tolerated, and only just tolerated by the nobility of the day. Yet, after Father Tom's extortion, the Loftus family endeared him to themselves. He won great concessions for his own parishioners from the barons of Ely. Later on, they would pay for the education of a nephew of Father Tom's to the priesthood. On Father Tom's death, a row ensued between the Loftus and Tottenham families on one side and Father Tom's people on the other. The argument as to where his final resting place should be, in the end, it was a compromise. This is a half-Catholic, half-Protestant cemetery. This is Father Tom's grave. As he united people in life, so also did he do so in death.